All right, testing. Is this thing on? What's going on, people? What's up? What's happening? Can you all see me? Most importantly, can you all hear me? What's going on, people? How y'all doing? Let me just go ahead and drag this chat out real quick. Oh, brother, this is certainly going to be one of the shows of all time. Oh man. Okay, so before we get into this, let's go ahead and start out the top with some shout outs. Y'all. Okay, John the Don saying the audio is indeed matching the visual. I love that. Yes. So starting at the top, who we got in here? All right, starting at the top, we got the homie, oh, well, the chat just refreshed, so fuck the top. Holy shit. Fuck the top. It's all bottoms here, apparently. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me see. I know there was, okay, so there was a couple super chats in here. I'm gonna start out with those real quick. Okay, so earliest super chat, we got the homie Long Live Kevin Samuels. Yes, sir, with the $4.99 donation. Thank you, my brother. Please rant about Red Dead Redemption and use the Persona music in the background. It's actually kind of funny. I did not read your super chat before. I just like playing the Poem of Everyone's Soul because I feel like it's going to be indicative for what we're about to get into tonight. But yes, we definitely going to be talking about the Red Dead Redemption remaster, if you will. Let's see. We got a $2 super chat coming in from the homie Biff. What's up, Biff, my brother? How you doing? Yo, Neo, how's that tray working out? Oh, that tray is working out spectacularly, my brother. I fucking love it. I love it. It's part of my nighttime ritual now, you know, just because you know what the funny thing is, y'all? This might sound weird, but I've never had a rolling tray before. Never in my life. I've made do with like cutting boards and just random shit that I find around the house. And then I just buckle down. I'm just like, I need a rolling tray. I got one from my local dispensary and it was Naruto. So I was like, fuck, I'll definitely go for that one. So yeah, the tray is working out pretty good, my brother. And then we got Gene Joseph with the $5 super chat. Just bought a PS5. Where are the games? Well, if you love playing PS4 Pro enhanced games, the PS5 is the console for you, man. This generation's been interesting. But yeah, as far as like PS5 only games, it's tough, man. I was gonna say get yourself Jedi Survivor because that's awesome, but that's just coming to the PS4 at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, the Demon Souls remake, I guess. Ratchet and Clank's on PC. Last of Us is on PC. Spider-Man 2, if that doesn't come to PC within a year or so. Oh man, but okay. Anyways, appreciate the super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. So, starting at the top before we refresh with the shout outs, we got the homie Exploit in the chat. We got the homie Rhino54. What's up, Rhino? We got Miss Zelda Moon. How you doing, girl? We got Kory Gryffindor. Yes, sir. We got the big Sambroski. Yes, sir. We got NKDN. We got Ryan Ginther. Neo going live to give me the motivation during cardio. Oh, shout out to you, my brother. And shout out to all the homies who are out there getting these fucking gains while you're watching the stream. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. We got the homie Flame in the chat. Y'all don't understand what I do for this community. I had to slide into this man's DMs to get him to go live. That is false, Flame. I was gonna go live regardless. You just like sliding in my DMs. Don't play coy with me. Wow. We got the homie J Fam. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bro? We got Retro Lad in the chat. We got Chris Forth. What's up, my UK brother? Both Chris Forth and Retro Lad. Shout out to the time zones. Shout out to the time zone people. Good to see you guys. We got Ryazaki Koizumi. Who else is down here? We got yeah, we did the super chat shout outs. John the Don, that's my homie right there. We got Pi Studios. What's up, Pi Studios? Let's see. I'm trying to get through these shout outs real quick so we can get to what we got to do and then get back to our regularly scheduled programming, y'all. Who else is in here? We got Ace Breaker, Dippity Doo, here comes the goo. Hey, yo. Jesus, is that what you be saying? Is that what you be saying to like the 50 chicks you be bagging a week? Dippity doo, here comes the goo. Oh, that's one way to sign off. That is definitely one way to sign off. Who else is in here? Let's see. We got let me get this music going right quick. Let me get this music back. So we did the Poem of Everyone's Soul. Let's go back to this this nice little lo-fi Pokemon mix we had going on. We got Black Lightning 100. We got Butch Luffy in the chat. We got Blue Senshi 19. What's up, you guys? We got Whisperoni. Hi, brand new here. Retro Lad brought me. Oh, that is awesome. Well, welcome to the stream, Whisperoni or Whisperoni, however you pronounce it. You went for something different today. That's all I'm gonna say, my brother. You went for an experience. Let's see who else we got. We got Dude I Got Food. Hi, Neo. I'm watching from. Ooh, where are you watching from? Tenerife? Okay, I see you. I see you, my guy. Ooh, we got Mexican Zoidberg. Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. We got Zack Rodriguez. What's up, my brother? We got Zubin Jacob. Let's see who else is in here. Blah, blah, blah. We got Valkian24. What's up, Maddie? You still getting those steps in. I love to see it, man. Love to see it. We got John McKinney. Oh, John McKinney show up and he donates a super chat at the same time. That's my guy right there. What's going on, my brother? Good to see you. He says, what is your favorite and least favorite James Cameron movie? My favorite is probably Terminator 2. My least favorite is probably Titanic, which I find pretty overrated and boring. Pretty much Twilight on a boat. You know what the funny thing is? Titanic used to be my least favorite James Cameron movie. Just because it was like unbelievably long, and you know, I'm not really the biggest fan of romance in movies unless it's done really well. But honestly, you know, I went and I saw Titanic for the first time, and it had to have been 15 years. I saw it when they put it back in theaters, and I really fucking enjoyed it, man. Like 3 hours went by really freaking quick. I wasn't even on my phone during that shit. So I can't even say Titanic is my least favorite anymore. I mean, favorite obviously is going to be T2. I don't think he's ever going to top that. I mean, he's topped T2 in different ways, like visual approaches to things like that, and Avatar. But if I had to say, my least favorite is probably going to be Avatar. Like, as much of a like beautiful spectacle that first Avatar movie is, it just like outside of the visuals, I didn't really connect to any of the characters, and I didn't really care about what they were doing. It's beautiful to watch. It's a great blockbuster. But I enjoyed the second Avatar movie a hell of a lot more than the first one because I was able to actually connect with the character. So I would say Avatar is my least favorite James Cameron movie. And my most favorite is going to be Terminator 2. Let's see. We got Jonathan. We got Jonathan in the chat. We got Dylan Collins. We got Big Nate. He ate the mayo yet? No. I can't even say all good things with due time, but all things with time. We got Don the Otaku. Damn, fuck me right. He just skipped me twice. I did, Don Otaku. Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't even see it, man. Everything is just it's just a fucking blur. Jesus Christ, man. You know what it is? I've been playing the Nintendo Switch too much. I'm not used to the high resolutions of things like that. It goes crazy. We got Overly Critical Anime, Neo the Neckbeard. Yo, I'm trying, man. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to get on your level, man. Who else is in here? I think I've more or less got everybody. So yeah, let me just go ahead and okay, we got the homie DC Gaming in the chat. What's good, my bro? A lot of things are good before this stream, my brother. But it's good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well. But all right, let's go ahead and get this intro out of the way, unless I forgot somebody. But welcome, you guys, to another fantastic and fabulous episode of Ask Neo. If y'all are tuning in for the very first time, we got the homie Julian Phoenix, who just donated a super chat. Shout out to Julian Phoenix. Oppenheimer had better cameos than the MCU. Also, Florence Pugh is top milk. Florence Pugh, she's definitely top tier, but top milk? I still say Sydney Sweetie is top milk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, appreciate the super chat, Julian Phoenix. But yo, speaking of Oppenheimer, that scene where they kind of built up JFK like it was a fucking cameo, that shit was hilarious, man. Just looking back on it, I'd be fucking dying, man. But yeah, you guys, welcome to another fantastic and fabulous episode. If y'all are tuning in for the very first time, Ask Neo is my weekly Q&A series where you guys ask me questions and I answer them to the best of my ability. There's no real flow or structure. It's just a pretty much chill session. We talk about some topics, but you know, it's pretty much just us hanging out. So if you guys are watching this on your commute to work, your commute from work, you at the gym right now, you cooking dinner right now, you could be clapping some cheeks. I do not know. Whatever it is, I'm thankful for y'all tuning in. If you could do me a favor, make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in, on your way out. It helps out the channel tremendously. And down below in the video description, we have a couple of links of interest. Basically, all of my social media outlets from Twitter. Yes, Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't care. From Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, our Discord community, the Phantom Weirdos. We actually just hosted our first game night in a very long time recently, and that was a ton of fun. So yeah, make sure you guys are tuned into the Discord because I'll be announcing when we're going to be doing more game nights, whether it's going to be like every 2 months or so, or it could be like whenever there's a new game that's some hotness and we want to play it. Discord community is going to be the best way for all of us to congregate. And yeah, you guys, I mean, like I said, as far as support is concerned, super chats and channel memberships are a great way to support the channel. We actually have a lot of people here who are members of the channel, and considering it is the first of the month, well, not the first of the month, but it's the first stream of the month, I do have to go ahead and shout out all of the channel members because they help make all of this stuff possible. And like I said, I'm just so gracious for all of y'all support all throughout the years. So shout outs to all the members. So shout out to the homie Steve Killa 952, GC Plugs, Juan Castillo, Shawn Wilcowski, Brosie Brosum, Kory, Julian Phoenix, Don Otaku, KiddStupefy, JMac19, Jake, Julian Harris, B-Rex's Meme Corner, Dominique Richardson, Acebreaker, PierretheGamer, 2003 Honda Civic, DIMWITMONKEY, Marcus Doyle Terrell, Joe, Repko, aka Flame, DC Gaming, TXK, JFam388, Mr. Jazzy Jefferson, Slixro, Clifford Pena, Zack Rodriguez, Colin, Mah Boy, and I'm pretty sure there were some more people who did join in within like from last stream to this stream and vice versa. So I will definitely get you guys added to the list in the tier and give you guys your shout out next week. But shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for all that. And yeah, because it is the first stream of the month, there is something that we do got to take care of. So you guys might recall, I think it was, I want to say like the middle of July last month, where I talked about, you know, the games that I was playing and everything. And I said something very foolish, as you guys have become accustomed to when it comes to Neo doing these shows. I said that, you know what, by the end of the month, I'll have both Jedi Survivor and Final Fantasy 16 finished. And if I don't, I'll have to take a spoonful of mayo for each of them. If I didn't finish them, I got to eat it live on camera. Now, mind you, I am no stranger. Oh, and shout out to Blue Senshi 19 for the $10 super chat. We will get to that after this. I'm no stranger to doing crazy things on camera. I say crazy things, and by crazy things, I mean the craziest thing I've probably done is just eating mayo on camera. But now it's even crazier because I have to do it twice on camera. I didn't finish either game by the end of the month. I'm really close to finishing 16. And Jedi Survivor, Who's talking about me? And Jedi Survivor, I just recently got back on. Because, yeah, you know, I didn't really want to rush through it, not play all the side content just to finish it for the sake of finishing it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my L. I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it. I'm going to honor my bet. Unlike some people in this community, Mr. Black Baron still ain't onto that bet. But yeah, I'm going to honor my bet. I've got the mayo here. I got the whole jar of it. Now, mind you, you guys be thinking, I've eaten a lot of mayo like it's going out of style. No, I don't. I have the mayo right here. And I'm not even looking at my webcam right now. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and get this stream popping. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I don't really be eating mayo like that. So I only really buy like the small jars or whenever I'm at Costco or BJ's or whatever. So yeah, this is the mayo I picked up. Sir Kensington's avocado oil mayo. Like I said, if I'm gonna eat mayo, I'm gonna make sure that shit is good. I don't do no Hellmann's. I don't do no mayo with soybean oil or shit like that. The only things in this are avocado oil, eggs, vinegar, salt, lime juice. That's the basic gist of it. And it tastes pretty fucking good, man. I do gotta say that myself. So yeah, you know, because I'm a man of my word, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have 2 spoonfuls because that's what we be doing right now. And shout out to Don Otaku for the super chat as well. I will get to both yours and Blue Senchi's in a second. But before that, you guys, we gotta eat mayo on camera. So go ahead and just get all your favorite people watching this stream right now. Get all your people watching it right now. Hey, all you people, clip this for later. I don't care. We're gonna go ahead and do this. So we're gonna get that first spoonful. You see, if I was eating something right now, like I wouldn't even mind having the mayo. But just eating mayo raw, that's a Just Corden thing. And I don't be doing that. And why is my camera not focusing? Thank you very much. So yeah, let's get the first spoonful popping. You see, under normal circumstances, this right here, that'd be considered 2 spoonfuls. But because Neo ain't no bitch, I'm not gonna go ahead and scrape this off and then count it as 2 spoonfuls. Now, we're gonna go 2 of these. 2 of these spoonfuls of mayo. I don't give a fuck. Let's get it over with. No fucking countdown. This is the real thing. This is the real deal. Let's do it. Now I want eggs, because this will go great on an egg sandwich. All right, time for the second one. Second spoonful of mayo. Here we go. This is the real deal. This is not a test. Let's go. All right, there we go. Not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. But, you know, your boy Neo is a man of his word. That's what he be doing. I can't look. I'm too young. Well, you know what? This is the real world, buddy. Welcome to the real world. You just witnessed something. Let me just have my protein shake. Okay. Now I will be right back. I'm going to put this mayo back in the fridge. I'm going to put this spoon in the sink. Because I don't need my room smelling like mayo. Well, more so than usual. Y'all entertain yourselves. Okay. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. How many people did I just like lose? Like I was a fan of this man until today. Oh man, ate that mayo with ease. Like I said, it's not that bad. If you got some good mayo, it's not bad, bro. It isn't. Oh. Damn. He threw up. No, I didn't. I did not throw up, bro. My gag reflex is non-existent. Okay. Gotta put it between Oreos next. Jason, I love you, but no. That's something you can do. You can do that, Playboy. I could not believe. I felt uncomfortable. I can't unsee what I just saw. Damn, y'all are acting like this is like. I was gonna say something really fucked up, but I was like, nah. What the hell did I just walk into? I'm just drinking my greens. Because you gotta get your greens, ladies and gentlemen. You better get a Tic Tac while you at it. My boyfriend just raw dog 2 big ass spoonfuls of mayo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you don't buy the cheap mayo. Absolutely. Bro was too scared to do 3 spoonfuls. Nah, I'm good, chief. You know what they say? 2 spoonfuls of mayo a day. That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. And now the entire chat is just sick. Well, listen. All I'm saying is that if you guys have been constipated for the past couple days and you can't go to the bathroom, well, now your food can come out the other hole. So you're good. Listen, don't ever say your boy Neo is not a miracle worker, because he's doing the things. All right. Okay, anyways, let's get back onto our programming. Okay. We got a $10 super chat coming in from the homie Blue Senshi 19. The only way I'll ever watch One Piece is if all the episodes are in English. I dropped Dragon Quest XI for now. I thought I was done, but then time travel happened, and I'm burnt out. I'm playing Persona 5 Royal again. Well, you're in luck, because One Piece, they're only about, I want to say like 80. The dub is only about like, what, 80 episodes behind? Like, they just hit 1,000 episodes. So now, more than ever, is the best time to watch One Piece, Blue Senshi. And yeah, Dragon Quest XI is pretty fucking good. Dropping it though, I mean, I have heard some people say like the end game of Dragon Quest XI, they weren't the biggest fan because they feel like it just never ends and it just keeps going and going. But it's Dragon Quest, it's fucking great. But I understand, you know, so for some people it's just like a little too much or a little too traditional. But yeah, you know, not everybody can be like Persona 5, that greatness. Then we got Don Otaku, who's been a member for the past 2 months of the Phantom Weirdos. Shout out to Baldur's Gate 3 for saving me the wait and work to install nude mods by including high quality genitals and allowing you to play the entire game nude. Game of the year. You see, Baldur's Gate, don't ever say that 2023 ain't one of the best years in gaming, because it just fulfilled one of Don Otaku's lewd fantasies right there. Don Otaku needs to install nude mods for every single game he plays, and straight out the gate, Baldur's Gate gives him high quality genitals, different penises, different vulvas. Like, this man is in heaven. I'd expect nothing less from our favorite Fuda Dick Dine and Dash supporter. So there you go, Don Otaku. Shout out to you, and shout out to Baldur's Gate 3, which I just bought, and I cannot wait to start playing. I'm so excited. $1.99 coming in from Long Live Kevin Samuels. What's the lore with you and Mayo? Okay, so let's talk about the lore for a second. The lore. All right, so this is how it happened. Somebody, it was asking me like my favorite condiments a few months ago, or a few years ago actually, and you know, I was saying like, yeah, you know, like with my French fries, I might have some ketchup, some barbecue sauce, some chipotle mayo, and then all of a sudden, it was like a real world record scratch, because everyone was just like, mayo? You put mayo on your fries, bro? And I was like, yeah, some nice spicy chipotle mayo or some sriracha mayo. That should be bussin', bro. And people didn't understand it. And it got to a point where people were like, oh, this dude Neo drinks mayo and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? And then you know how a rumor spreads in this community, in this gaming community. And then, yeah, so that's how it happened. And then every place I go, people just talk about mayo. And they confuse me for Jez Corden. But if you want to talk about a heathen in the community, that is Mr. Jezworth Butterball Corden. Because that motherfucker be eating beans with mayo on top of the beans on a sandwich, washing that shit down with like sardine juice. Like, he be doing the most, man. And y'all say I got problems. But shout out to Jez Corden. Love the dude, man. Not really, but I do. But at the same time, I tolerate him. At the same time, I mean, you know, you tolerate the people you love, but at the same time, Jez Corden just be too much at times. Shout out to Jez. I love the dude. Let's see. We got DC Gaming, who's been a member for the past 12 months. Appreciated, my brother. You still on that IT journey? Yes, in fact, I am DC Gaming. You know, studying bit by bit, day by day. I ain't gonna front. I have been slacking a little bit here recently since the summer has started. But, you know, summer's winded down, so, you know, I'm gonna get back on that. And hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have a certification or two, take the test. Yeah, I actually got to hit you up and talk about some things, man, because as I get closer and closer with studying, I'm like, I got to start looking into like what certs I want to get. So be on the lookout. I'll be sliding in your DMs, my brother. Respectfully. We got $4.99 super chat coming in from the homie J Trell. I just rolled credits on Persona 4 Golden. And you are alive? I'm surprised, my brother, because I was a wreck for like a week. I didn't talk to nobody, man. Would you recommend Persona 3 Portable, or should I wait for Persona 3 Reload? I already played the hell out of Persona 5 Royal. So first off, shout out to you for finishing the game, man. Persona 4 is ending. emotionally destroys me every single time I play it, which is why I'm not going to be touching it anytime soon. But honestly, considering Persona 3 Reload comes out, shit, at this point in just a couple of months, man, you might as well just wait for Reload. It's going to be what I assume is the best version to play a Persona 3, even though it's not going to have all the content from the PS2 version, which is very weird in 2024. But at this point, yeah, play Persona 3 Reload when it comes out. You know, it's going to play more akin to Persona 5 in terms of like how things are set up, and you won't have the compromises of Persona 3 Portable, considering Persona 3 Portable, even though it is on modern systems, it is still a PSP port of a PS2 game, so they cut back on a lot of things. So yeah, your overall enjoyment, I think, is going to be better with the new version that comes out, but we'll see. Are you in Canada? No, I am not in Canada, Mr. Biff. I live in the United States of America. I live in New York specifically. Shout out to y'all. Where y'all tuning in from? Where y'all from? Comment down below. Did you beat the real final boss? Are we talking about for which game? We got a $5 super chat coming in from Blue Senshi. Cosmos beat my ass. I'm taking a break. I'll finish it later. Tired of leveling up. The first time I beat Gold and I cried. Dude, the first time I beat Persona 4, I was cool. The first time I beat Golden, dog, I was inconsolable. I'll never forget. I was driving home from school, right? And, you know, I had the Persona 4 Dancing All Night, the soundtrack CD. And on the soundtrack CD, they had a couple of the Persona 4 tracks. And one of the tracks was Nevermore, right? Specifically the reincarnation version, I believe. Dude, I was listening to that shit for 20 minutes straight. I was torturing myself because that's what your boy Neo does, man. I'm just a sucker for pain. That's what I did, man. And that song just, bro. Every time I hear that, it's just such a bittersweet feeling. I'm so happy, but at the same time, it's real sad boy hours. But at the same time, life is beautiful. But at the same time, it's just so painful. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. Oh, but speaking of which, real quick, I noticed this before we did the Mayo thing. The homie Retro Lad here is apparently going to be proposing to his girlfriend. Hello, hi. Can we just talk about that for a second? Hello? What the fuck? Dude, you gotta give us the details on that shit. I need to hear about this. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, Biff, you in Connecticut, man. How far deep in Connecticut are you? Are you like Eastern Connecticut, Central Connecticut? Like, how close to you are the city? Or should I say, how close are you from New York State? We already ate the mayo, Gene. We ate the mayo. 999 super chat coming in from John McKinney. I actually just saw the Haunted Mansion. He's talking about the new one. I gotta say, I actually really liked it. It was good, but not great. Definitely better than the Eddie Murphy one. You know what the thing is, John McKinney? Like, I only know one person. Or actually, no, I know two people. It's my boy Deli and my coworker who saw the Haunted Mansion movie, and both of them didn't like it. And under normal circumstances, I like to give things the benefit of the doubt. But if a movie ain't really selling me with its promos or its trailers, it's got to take a lot of really good word of mouth. And to me, I look at the Haunted Mansion and it just looks like a Disney Plus movie. It's like, if I ever did want to watch it, I'll just wait for it to go to streaming, which is the biggest problem with a lot of things nowadays. The quality isn't enough to get people into the theaters, and they just said, fuck it, I'll wait for streaming. But honestly, they should have released that movie around October, because, you know, it's like a spooky movie. Why wouldn't you release that during spooky season? I don't get Disney. I really don't. 199 super chat coming in from Zack Rodriguez. Persona 4 Golden is the GOAT. My favorite game. So good. Yes. I even though Persona 5 Royal is the most accessible and it's the most polished of the three recent Persona games, Golden and the characters and the lineup, it just has my heart, and it has it, man. It has it. Bro, I missed the mayo. You got to do it again. Oh no, you can rewind it. You can definitely rewind it, my brother. That's one of the cool features on YouTube. It's called scrubbing. Haunted Mansion is a high quality Disney Plus movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Hey, but congratulations to you, Retro Lad. I can't wait to see it. If possible, see if you can have somebody record it in the process, like, or set like a camera up or something. I want to see the reactions. Hey, appreciate you, DC Gaming. Take care, my brother. Thank you for pulling up. But what's up to all the people who've been joining recently? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Nah, but dude, I don't know if you guys watched that recent One Piece episode. Like, listen. I'm like 2 years behind on One Piece. But even your boy Neo had to pull up for that Gear 5, man. That shit was just so fucking crazy, bro. That shit, the animation, the music, oh, the memes after the fact, holy. It's been great, bro. It's like every day I see a new Gear 5 meme. It's awesome, man. I love that shit. I love it, man. And of course, One Piece was breaking all them records. $5 coming in from the homie Don Otaku. My girl is out of town for 2 weeks. I've been no-lifing Baldur's Gate 3 with a side of sex with Hitler 3. What? 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 Nah, we okay. I know y'all see that on screen. Run that back. My girl's out of town for 2 weeks. I've been no-lifing Baldur's Gate 3 with a side of sex with Hitler 3. I didn't even know there was a sex with Hitler 1 or 2. I didn't know it was that good that it warranted a part 3. But evidently, this is where we are at in life. And a giant bottle of lotion. And I'm having the time of my life. This man is black, by the way. He said the profile picture checks out. Oh, God. Holy. Somebody just died, bro. Somebody just died. Somebody just died. I know that. Let him cook? Acebreaker, what? Acebreaker, you want to go to that restaurant? You go to that restaurant. I'm real happy for you, Don Otaku. I didn't ever think in my wildest imaginations I would find somebody that is able to out Gabe. This is crazy. You and Gabe are just like, if Gabe is an immovable, no, Gabe is an unstoppable object. You are an immovable force, or however the phrase went. I'm sorry. I'm just sex with Hitler 3. Just wow. Wow. So like, is it somebody else having sex with him, or do you have sex with him? Does he speak German when he's doing it? Oh. Why am I even dignifying this? Oh, Jack Daniels. Let me not. Oh, man. Unstoppable force, immovable object. Thank you, Jason. My brain was just frazzled like reading that. This man said, is he thick? Yo, we are, whoa. Nah, fire for that. Fire for that. Nah. Y'all go ahead and hang out with Don Otaku. I'm straight. I'll you guys stay on your side of the room. I'll stay on my side of the room. You guys put all your names on your cups and utensils, and we could be good. $2 coming in from Flame. Octopath Traveler 2 is still the game of the year this year. Is it though? I mean, once I get further in this, Flame, I'll see if you speak of the truth or you just on some bullshit. But we'll see, man. We'll see. That one should have stayed in the brain. Actually, no, I'm glad he said it because he donated $5. So shout out to Don Otaku. Shout out to you, man. Okay, anyways. Jason, stop. Don't encourage them. Oh. Shit, I'm sorry, Rizaki Koizumi. What was wrong with the dog? What happened? All right, but anyways, yeah, so anyone here been playing what you guys, let's try to change the subject. Let's get back to some more wholesome topics, even though I'm mentioning a game that Don Otaku, my brain is just dead. What have you guys been playing recently? What have you been watching? I mean, I've been playing with some pussy recently, so I haven't been doing a lot of gaming, but you know, I've been playing like I said, Jedi Survivor. You know, working my way through Final Fantasy 16, and I just bought Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna fire that up and do co-op with Gabe, and unfortunately Don Otaku. It's gonna be so sus. Oh god, the susness. But at the same time, It's going to be a lot of fun because I've been hearing amazing things about it. And it's giving me big, like, okay, so a lot of the people who I fucks with, who are big fans of like Dragon Age Origins, they're saying like, if you ever wanted Dragon Age Origins or a game like that in the modern day, like right now in 2023, but a million times more epic with so much more choice, incredible production value, and all kinds of crazy antics, play Baldur's Gate 3. And I've never played a Baldur's Gate like that. You know, I've looked into the series. I'm like, okay, that seems good, but it's always been one of those franchises where I'm just like, I appreciate what it's done, but I'll probably never play it. Until yesterday, where I was just like, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and buy it and try it out. So we're going to go through that. We're going to see what that's all about. And yeah, man, I was going to wait for the PS5 version, honestly. But considering I bought it on PC and I have the Steam Deck, so I can play it on the Steam Deck, I'm like, fuck it. There you go. 2 for the price of 1. Oh, Mass Effect Trilogy is goated, my friend. Classic, classic, classic. Good BioWare. Okay, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Intergrade, all the Storm games, beat Resident Evil 4 Remake. Nice, nice, nice. No, please don't gift Neo that Sex with Hitler game. I've already been gifted so many of these hentai games, and I just like... Trails into Reverie. Yeah, like I said, the Trails series is going to be on my list when Black Bond, you know... Like I said, when Black Bond marries a woman who's got a hint of melanin in her. So I win either way. Wasteland 3 is a good game. Divinity Original Sin. You know what the funny thing is? I was going to play Divinity Original Sin too. Because I was just like, you know what? I don't need to buy Baldur's Gate. I could buy Divinity, you know? And then I'm just like, fuck it. Let me get Baldur's Gate. Because, you know, I have weak constitutions. But you know what? If there is one good thing, you guys. If there is one good thing. Nope, I can't justify this. Fuck it. Let's go. $2 from Biff Rinaldi. Little over an hour to the city. 1.5 to Albany. Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Yeah, nah, because, what's it called? One of my homies lived in Danbury, so I used to go to Danbury every now and then. You know, I go to, like, Stamford, because Stamford's about, like, half an hour away from me. $2 coming in from Flame. Ahem, Mass Effect is mid. Dragon Age at least tries. Don't be hating on Mass Effect, man. Don't be hating on Mass Effect because you couldn't successfully romance anybody, Flame. Don't be hating. Not gonna lie, Baldur's Gate is kind of making me look at other RPGs more critically like Persona 5 did. Dude, I'm telling you, once you have a really good game in a genre, you just look at some of the other games in the genre like, man, y'all need to step it the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's great because when you have those really big games that come out and they're pushing the envelope and the boundaries, it should trickle down into the rest of the genre. And then when you find other games that don't, I'm not saying they got to be carbon copies of those games. No, we need originality, creativity, all that jazz. But at the same time, it's like, they're really doing a lot with this. Vinland Saga? Yo, Vinland Saga is fucking goated. Love that shit. Vinland Saga is great. Oh, you about 20 minutes from Danbury. Okay, Biff. I got you. Video game lover. Yo, speaking of nostalgic games, do y'all remember that Scooby-Doo game? I think it was like on the PS2, the Xbox, and the GameCube. Was it like 100 Mysteries or 100 Nights of whatever? It was a Scooby-Doo game on the PS2. I remember I had that. That shit was annoying as fuck. Oh yeah, that Spider-Man 2 trailer was pretty good. I mean, I don't really like with Spider-Man. I'm excited for it. Like, I don't know, like I'm at that stage now where if it's something really good with Spider-Man and I'm hyped for it, I'm hype. I don't know. Maybe it's just a sign of like age or just because I've become so synonymous. Like, for example, if they come out with the trailer for Persona 6 and that shit looks hype, I'd be like, yo, that shit look hype. And I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was like, yo, let's analyze the fuck out of this Kingdom Hearts trailer and this and that. And now I'm like, I'm excited. I'll play it. Yo, that's the crazy thing about Baldur's Gate, man. I've never played D&D before. I've always wanted to play D&D. And now this is like low-key going to be an interesting introduction to D&D. So that's going to be exciting. Hey, take it easy, dude. I got food. Enjoy, my guy. Oh, It Takes Two is awesome, bro. It Takes Two. Yeah, I love A Way Out, but It Takes Two is just like, I don't know if they can make a game that's better than that. They did Brothers, they did Way Out, they did It Takes Two. It Takes Two is sick. If you guys haven't played that with somebody, whether it's like your friend, your wife, your girlfriend, you know, your kids or something, it's a great game, man. I love it. I love it. Me and Joaquin played it, and we drove each other insane playing that fucking game, bro. We pissed each other off so much, but it was a lot of fun. I highly recommend, if you guys have not played It Takes Two, definitely play it. It's on every platform now. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It's on the Switch. Y'all have fun with that. Hey, Bella. Oh, look at Bella. She's like, hi. Sorry I'm late. I've been swimming. Where? You swam in the ocean? You swam from one ocean to the next. She's just chilling. Like I said, Bella be doing everything. Shout out to Bella, man. Shout out to her. She probably discovered mermaids and shit down there. 199 coming in from J Trell. What are your thoughts on Metaphor ReFantasio? Honestly, I feel like that was one of the biggest surprises of the Xbox showcase, because I don't think anybody was expecting that. Like, we knew the Persona games would leak, but then they come out and say, you know what? There's one more thing, and they just debut a brand new Atlas game, like out of nowhere. Looking at it, it looks pretty dope. I like the production team that's working on it a lot, and I'm excited for it, man. I can't wait. It comes out next year. It's gonna be awesome, dude. That's what I'm a fan of. When they announce games and they're just like, yo, here's some gameplay, and it comes out next year, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. It's gonna be great, dude. My favorite game of 2021? I mean, there was a couple. 2021 was really the year that I played like a lot of shit that came out in 2020. Like, I beat Ghost of Tsushima in 2021. I'm trying to remember what the fuck was my game of the year in 2021. And this is really sad, because it should come to the top of my head. And I know Flame's going to say, I know it's not Tales of Arise. I remember last year, my game of the year was Xenoblade. But 2021, what the fuck was it? I think it was It Takes Two. I think it was, yeah. Now I'm second guessing myself. I don't even fucking remember. Hey, take care, Rizaki. You were able to breathe underwater for a split second? Holy shit. Bella's going to be able to breathe underwater for like 6 minutes next week. I'm currently playing Spider-Man Remastered on my PC with my Xbox controller. Oh shit, that's like crossing the streams right there. You better be careful, Biff, or else the whole state of Connecticut might just shut down. Because you're not, no one man should have all this power, Biff. What are you doing? Now that is funny as fuck though. Like just playing like a PlayStation game with an Xbox controller or something. Wait, are there any Xbox games on PC that have DualSense support? Like DualSense buttons? I want to see. I want to try something. Tales of Arise would have been my game of the year. The first 75% of it, maybe. Only Deathloop and Ghostwire? Oh. So if anything, if it was like, well, Bethesda, that makes sense considering they were working on those beforehand. I want to see if Starfield will ever get like DualSense support. That'd be sick, bro. No, I'm talking about like actual button prompts, Pi Studios. Like, you know how when you plug in, like if you're playing God of War on PC, you can get the DualSense buttons, but you can also get the Xbox buttons. I'm talking about if you had like an Xbox game, like let's say the next Gears of War, and they had like PlayStation buttons. That should be sick, bro. This man bought Baldur's Gate and won't finish Tales. You're damn right. I'll probably enjoy Baldur's Gate more than the ending of Tales. Oh, it'll do the button prompts too? Because I know somebody said for the Bethesda games it does that. Yo, y'all need to hop off this Tales of Arise ending. Y'all acting like that shit is like the best video game ending ever. Ah, relax. Okay, Bella, I see you. Look at that, Bella. Shout out to you. Got a nice butterfly cut. That's what's up. There's no better feeling than when you just get a fresh cut, man. I gotta get myself a haircut. It's been like 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks. But at the same time, I'm growing my hair out again. Every year, it's like, every year, I like cut my hair real short at the beginning of it, or at the end of it, and then I spent like the next 8-9 months just rocking something, and then I'm like, I want to grow my hair out again. So that's what I'm doing right now. Like a few months ago, there was no hair here on the sides, and I've been growing that stuff back in, and I don't know, I'm just gonna grow it out again. Nah, you gotta finish 3 houses. 3 houses is dope as fuck. Neo with braids and a do-rag? Ah, man. I remember I used to wear a do-rag a little bit. I remember when I used to have some decent waves back in the day. And by decent waves, I mean for like all of 2 months. And then I was just like, damn, this is before I knew how much work it went into like hair care routines and everything. I mean, now, shit, man, like my beard routine and everything I do every day, it's just become like second nature, like brushing your teeth. But back then, like the concept of me having to use all these products and then brushing my hair and then sleeping with a nightcap, I was like, oh man, I can't be doing that shit, nah. But now I'm just like, yeah, if I ever did do that, yeah. We need the 2011 Neo cut. What was the 2011 Neo cut? 2011 Neo? I mean, I had like really short hair back then. And then 2012, I had like an afro for a little bit. And then 2014, I started getting like the high top and then cutting the sides real low. And that's kind of been what I've been doing for a while. But now I'm just growing this shit back again. I high-key thought about getting dreads last year because my hair was pretty friggin' long, like at the end of the summer. And I was thinking like it's now or never. And I was just like, Since my girl's been gone, I've been rocking the wife beater and do-rag around the house. I don't have black Air Forces though. Damn, you have to get that to complete the equation, bro. You need it. I think you had a bald fade. No, I was never bald. The closest I was ever to bald was like 2010, 2009, but I wasn't bald. My hair was just really, really, really short. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he got the wife beater. He got the wife beater. He's got the cigarette in his mouth. Yes, sir. Hey, man, if you lose your hair, I mean, there's always hair transplants you can get. But at the same time, rock the bald look, bro. Rock it. Grow some facial hair. Hit the gym. You be all right, man. Get the Jason fucking Statham look. Oh, I'm excited for you, J-Fam. That's going to be dope, dude. Next time I see Jason, he going to be like, he going to have like the luscious locks and shit. I'll be like, damn, bro. Thank God you have hair. Yeah, genetically, like, at least on my dad's side of the family, everybody has their hair for a very long time. So I'm good. I am good. Hey, take care, Flame. How the fuck do you know what hair you had when? Oh, I've got a pretty good memory, Biff. And it also helps because this is like the social media generation. So everything has been documented online. And just based off like the hair I had when I did YouTube videos back in the day, I know exactly what I had during every era. Yeah. But it's always been like one of 3 hairstyles. It's either been really short, it's been like some form of like a frohawk or a mohawk, or it's been an afro. It's been always one of those 3 styles. And then every now and then I'll twist it, you know. Oh wow, Skyflow. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like you never realize like how many people are similar to you in a lot of ways, you know? Like I remember like I've had one of my friends who I know now because of like YouTube and everything. She knew me without really knowing me. She's like, yeah, you like you do all the videos online. And then I remember my son, he always would come downstairs after he did his homework and he watched your videos, and I was like, oh man, that's so sweet. Hey, listen, if y'all are bald, rock that shit, man. It's all about the confidence, you guys. Acebreaker says he's got hair in the one place that matters. On your feet? What are you, Bigfoot? Oh, man. Are you enjoying being 30 years old, Neo? Yeah. I mean, shit ain't different from when I was 29, to be honest, you know? Life is about what you make it, man. It is. I mean, I've never had that situation where I was like, dude, you're 30. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing changes. You know, you're only as old as you think you are. And I feel like a lot of people, they put so much on a pedestal when it comes to the age, where if I don't accomplish this by this age, then I failed at life. And then I'm looking at all the people I know who are older than me and what they've accomplished in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s. And I'm just like, man, these people who are just doom and gloom dreading shit, they don't even know what they got in store for them next, man. You just keep on the grind, bro. You just keep on the grind, man. You just keep doing what you was doing at 29, that you're doing at 30 and then 31, and you just keep it pushing, man. I mean, I will say this, though. When I be seeing people out there who are like in their 30s and they ain't be taking care of like their kids and shit, and they still acting with the whole, they still with like the high school drama and the fuck shits and everything, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? You 30. Like, come on now. Don't be doing this shit. Don't be doing this shit. That's always sad when I see that, bro. I'm telling you, rock the beard, man. Rock the beard. I mean, I missed my beard when I cut it short. I missed it so much, but it's been coming back. It's been growing, man. It's been growing. Definitely more on one side versus the other, but hey, you listen, you trust the process, man. Trust the process. Do you like Halo? Yeah, I mean, I've always got love for the Halo franchise. I will. It's one of the most iconic in gaming. I mean, it just kind of sucks that for the past 10 years, the brand has been so diluted, you know? Halo Infinite was supposed to be the game to bring it back to its glory, but it's just like, no. But, you know, what are you gonna do? We just keep it moving, keep it gaming. Yeah, I saw the pics from the Peru trip, Hella. That shit looked like a lot of fun. I need to get out to Peru, man. What did Acebreaker say? I avoided child support at 20 and I continue it at 40. Thanks for the advice, Neo. Ugh. I don't know. Listen, when I said on one of my streams like 2 years ago, all weirdos are welcome, y'all took that shit to heart. This man been avoiding child support for 20 years like it's bad credit, bro. This is crazy, bro. You got kids, bro. This fucking guy. This man really said I've been avoiding. This man been avoiding child support for 20 years. Like Capcom is avoiding Dino Crisis. Oh my god. Your girl made you cut like a foot of your beard? Damn, your beard was that long? Holy shit, dude. For you to get to a point where you like your beard was a foot long and then you cut a foot long, that's crazy, dude. You could braid that shit. Anime Analyst, what's up, my G? Do you like Uncharted? Of course I love Uncharted. I love the Uncharted series. Oh, damn. That shit was looking lit then, bro. Braid the beard and everything. There you go. Netflix just messaged me. They were saying like, oh, Heart of Stone comes out this date. And I'm like, isn't that the Witcher 3 expansion? And I'm like, wait a minute. You love the Uncharted Tom Holland movie? Please no. Let's not do that. Man. That movie should have been a slam dunk. But you know what? I'm in the minority because people enjoyed it, it seems. And shout out to y'all. Are you anticipating anything for Two Blue Vortex? Two Blue... What is that? As you can tell, I have no idea what is that, like an anime thing? Is that like Two Blue Vortex? Is that like Naruto related? Is that like Naruto, Boruto? If that's the case, then I don't watch Boruto. I don't read Boruto. I did a little bit of that early on, but it's just not for me, man. But shout out to the Boruto fans. I'm happy you guys are hopefully going to be getting the thing that you want to get. Shout out to y'all, man. Wait, they're already doing a Boruto sequel? What the fuck? You see, this is just how out of it I am, man. You know what? Shout out to y'all. Enjoy it. Have fun. We already ate the mayo. We already ate the mayo, Chris. All right. So, yeah, a couple topics. Okay, so, yeah, there was one topic I did want to talk about for a bit. Long live Kevin Samuels. So, oh wow, long live Kevin Samuels just donated again. But yeah, no. So if you guys didn't know, there had been rumors percolating for the past couple of months about Rockstar potentially doing some form of a remaster or remake for the OG Red Dead Redemption. As you guys know, the OG Red Dead Redemption 1 came out back in 2010, which is insane to think about. That game is 13 years old. And it's been, for the most part, unplayable on most modern platforms that aren't called the Xbox family of systems, because the game is backwards compatible on the Xbox One and it translates over to the Xbox Series consoles, and you can do it physically, you can buy the game digitally. And yeah, if you ever wanted to play Red Dead, the best place, and frankly the only place to play it in a competent way, is going to be on the Xbox consoles. And one of the cool things is, if you have the Series consoles, like on the Xbox Series S, you can play it at like 1440p 30. On the Series X, you can play it at 4K 30. It's not 60 frames. They didn't get an FPS boost, but still, it holds up very, very well for the most part. And just like that resolution boost at no additional cost if you already own the game, it's fucking phenomenal. But for a lot of people out there, like, hey, we want a more concrete solution for it. And the thing about Rockstar is they have all this money in the world. They, hand over fist, what they've made off of GTA Online is probably more than the GDP for a lot of countries. That's insane when you think about it. That is absolutely insane. The money that Rockstar makes off of Grand Theft Auto Online is more than the GDP for a lot of countries. Crazy. But the thing about Rockstar is that they're the company where it's like, if it's not Grand Theft Auto Online, we really don't care about it. The last new game that Rockstar released was Red Dead Redemption 2. That game is almost 5 years old, you guys. 5 years old. And you compare that shit to the backlog, the back catalog of what Rockstar used to do on the PS2 and the PS3. Now, granted, it was a different era. Every developer was pumping out more games back then because games were simpler. They were less complex, less detailed. So, of course, you could pump out a GTA 3 and all the other GTA side games, and then Midnight Club, and then Max Payne, and, you know, like all those other games. Now, games take so much longer to make. There's more invested in them. So, yeah, Rockstar only putting out really one game a generation. It is what it is, man. And that's the unfortunate reality of the situation. Red Dead Redemption 2 was like their only new game of last generation, because GTA 5 was a PS3, Xbox 360 game that just got ported over multiple times. And that's crazy to think about. You know, it's very sad to think about, you know, because what happens if that game sucks and that game is terrible? It's like, well, now you got to wait another 7 to 10 years for the next Rockstar game to come out. But yeah, you know, we were always thinking like at the very least they could do remasters of some of these games to just hold us over. You know, if you're not going to put out new games every 2-3 years, then give us something different. And they tried that a few years ago with the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Definitive Edition, which, as you guys know, was an absolute dumpster fire. Absolute fucking dumpster fire. Oh shit, we got, oh no, it's Alex in the chat. What's up, my brother? No, we already did eat the mayo. That was early. I got it out of the way very early, my guy. So if you want to scrub back, you can see that. I handled it like a boss, man. Back to back. I didn't take no breaks whatsoever. You know what it is. But now we're ranting about Rockstar, so we're having fun. But shout out to the homie Oh No, it's Alex. If you guys have not checked out his channel, checked out his streams, give the boy a follow, subscribe to him. 9 times out of 10, he's usually shirtless when he's doing his stream. So hey, if you're into that, then definitely go for that. But now he's great. He does a lot of port report videos. If you are interested in buying games on PC, seeing how they stack up as far as Steam Deck compatibility. And then also he does a lot of salt videos for the crazy fanboys that exist. So that's always a lot of fun. And yes, we already ate the mayo. We ate the mayo, my guy. And my camera just does not want to focus today for some reason. You know what the funny thing is? It should have not been thank you. It should have not focused when I was eating the mayo, so y'all didn't have to see that shit. But now it's like, no. Nah, but I guarantee you Alex has definitely ingested or inserted worse on his channel as opposed to mine. All I have was just mayo. That's it. Y'all acting like I did the worst. But yeah, let's all right, we were talking about Rockstar. So the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, god awful. It was a disaster. So much to the point where Rockstar did something really scummy, and they removed the original versions of the GTA games off of, I believe, PlayStation and PC, because they're like, fuck it, we want you guys to buy the definitive edition for more money. And it was so bad that they had to put those versions back up. Absolutely insane. They outsourced it to a studio that I don't think really had much to do in game development at all. Nothing of note. And yeah, it ended up as bad as you guys can imagine. So I was that type of person where it's like, listen, if they're going to do another one of these, no, I'd rather you don't do that. Because if you're going to screw up another game, just don't do it, man. Don't do it. And again, this is Rockstar, the company where the money they're making is outrageous, man. They could fund full remakes and not even break a sweat. I know the janitor at Rockstar is probably making a lot of money. Oh, take care, Zack Rodriguez. Thank you for coming through. I know that janitor is making a lot of fucking money, man. And yet they just fumble the bag when it comes to these games. So there had been rumors about a Red Dead remaster, or thinking, all right, you know what, if they can do that and it's actually competent, cool. Out of the blue, Monday morning, they announced that, hey, listen, we're doing a Red Dead Redemption release. I can't say remaster because it certainly ain't no remaster. And it's coming out on the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch. Now, listen, shout out to the Switch fans. Shout out to them, because they've never gotten a Red Dead game on their platform before. So for them to get a native port of it's so weird to think about it. Shout out to Rockstar for giving the Switch fans a port of a 360 game, and it's native on the system. It's not cloud. It's so crazy how in 2023 we have to say that. But remember, we have companies like Square Enix. They make PS2 games cloud compatible on the Switch. Anyways, releasing on the PS4 and the Switch. You might be thinking to yourself, it's missing a couple platforms. Where's the PC? Where's the Xbox? Well, Rockstar said, nah, we're not going to do that. Why? I don't fucking know. No answer whatsoever. They're being very coy with it. Most of the time when they come out with these like big remasters and re-releases, they've got blog posts, they've got video breakdowns. These motherfuckers, they just said, listen, it's coming out. That's it. When is it coming out? Physical version, end of the year. It's coming out in like 2 weeks. Wait, you're just about to drop a Red Dead game in a week, and you're just, what is happening? Yeah, I'm looking at this and I am worried, man. They didn't detail anything as far as the specs are concerned, but from according to some people, it's gonna run 1080p 30 on the regular PS4 and 4K 30 on the PS4 Pro. And if you play it backwards compatible on the PS5, you can get that 4K 30 as well for $50. No 4K 60 of a 360 game. No other crazy enhancements. No multiplayer, but you get the Undead Nightmare, which is obviously, it should make sense for a 13-year-old release. And that's it for $50. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, that is the most low effort type of release you could do, man. And that's what kills me, bro. That's what kills me the most, because this would not cost them anything. This is a drop in the bucket to a company like Rockstar, and they just don't fucking care. They just don't. I don't think anybody would have a problem paying for a proper Red Dead remaster. Like, sure, $50 for a 360 game in 2023 might be a little steep, but at the same time, it's Red Dead Redemption. That screams quality. People love that game, and if you put effort into this remaster, people are gonna love it. But as it stands, this remaster has less effort than Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on the Switch. On the Switch, bro. That version, which gave you basic quality of life upgrades, and that was essentially it. They made that bitch run in 1080p 60 frames per second. That was fucking it, bro. That was it. And that's something that is standard with all of these remasters we be getting. Quality of life upgrades, improvements, improved controls, all that shit. And then Nintendo charged $60 for it. And that was a problem then. But now Rockstar is doing it, and it's arguably worse. And it's just like, no one cares. And what's crazy is that on the Xbox version, you can already play it at 4K 30. It's not going to be 60, but it's 4K 30. And the remaster is not going to be 60 from what we're hearing either. So the only thing you're really getting out of this remaster is a guaranteed resolution boost and maybe better textures for $50. Now, for game preservation's sake, I'll probably pick up a copy when it's like $15, because I already have it on the Xbox consoles. But I would like to have it on my shelf, just to have one, for 15 bucks. Not no $50. Not $50, bro. That's fucking insane. But yeah, that's that situation, man. It's very sad. It's very sad, bro. Like, for a game like Red Dead, and this is what you're doing, the bare minimum, low effort, and it's not even a PS5 version, bro. It's a PS4 version. Now, I'm not saying that you could really get a lot more out of a PS5 version, considering it's like, you might as well remake the game, but still, bro, to still have it at 30 frames? Oh, God. Yeah, the Switch version of L.A. Noire did have some frame rate issues towards the middle part, but like I said, with proper optimization, man, it could be done. It could be better. And even if the Switch version is 30, but the PS4 Pro is like 60, like, I'm sure everyone will be fine with that, because people are used to the Switch just not having 60 FPS for all of its games. Some of them, sure, but not all of them. It is what it is, man. No, Don Otaku, we are not going to sit here and cap for Skyward Sword HD. Like I said, that's bare minimum stuff you get with remasters, bro. That shit that Blue Point was doing on the PS3. And them motherfucking games are $40, bro. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. We ain't gonna talk about what they did with the amiibo either, Don Otaku. Why are you leaving that part out? Why are you leaving that part out? So what do you guys think about the whole Red Dead situation? Are you guys gonna buy the game day one? Are you just not gonna buy it at all? Are you going to wait for it to go on sale? I'm going to wait for it to go on sale. I'm going to have it just to put it on the shelf. But yeah, other than that, it's just Rockstar being Rockstar. The poor little indie company. $1.99 from Long Live Kevin Samuels. Have you seen Twisted Metal? I did. I watched the first episode of Twisted Metal, and it's alright. You know, I mean, to be fair, I was not expecting anything out of it just because all the promos looked weak. But it's okay. It's okay. I've heard people say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Some people really enjoyed it. Some people are indifferent to it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep watching it. You know, at the very least, if it's like a funny, stupid, corny comedy, then yeah, I might get drunk as fuck and just watch it. But yeah, I'm definitely not getting that remaster day one, and I don't think anyone should unless we start seeing the reports come out from like Digital Foundry. But as it stands, man, Xbox owners, we up. We up. Neo, the Kingdom Hearts cloud is different. You have many content. You have all the games in one cartridge. But I mean, Black Dragon, that's the thing. There are higher capacity Switch cartridges that exist. So even if they couldn't fit all of them on, let's say, one cartridge, you could still put the vast majority on it. And it's Square Enix. It's not like it's an indie company. And the Switch is a moneymaker for Square Enix. So for them to go the cloud route for Kingdom Hearts makes absolutely no sense. Like, they could have used the higher capacity Switch cartridges. And even if it's a limited release, why can't you just put those games up digitally? Like, just put them digitally. Let people buy them. Let people buy them individually if they want to. Like, it doesn't have to just be one cartridge. And even so, I'm sure a lot of Square Enix's sales are coming more from the digital market than just physical. So they're really shooting themselves in the foot regardless if they're saying that it's because of cartridge size. Like, yeah, solution, use a bigger quality cartridge. And I wouldn't want it to be half download, half games, but that's still better than them just being cloud versions, where if the second they turn off the servers, that $50, $80, $100 you spent on the Kingdom Hearts collection is fucking gone. Yeah, Metroid Prime Remaster was awesome. And then you look at Red Dead Remaster and you're like, what? Yeah, dude, the Xbox backwards compatibility does not get enough credit for the cool shit that it did, man. Like, it's just insane. It's just fucking insane that people are about to spend $50 for something that is only marginally better than what you got for free on Xbox, man. And I get it. I get it. You know, Xbox, that was a passion project for them. Did the backwards compatibility efforts, did it get them a lot of money? I don't really think so, because, you know, most people buy new consoles to play new games, but it's a nice feature to have, and just to go back and do that, it makes you happy that you bought the system knowing that, hey, this option is available. Because every now and then we do get nostalgic to want to play old games, especially if they're not accessible, you know? And I mean, the concept of the Halo Master Chief Collection, outside of it being broken for a few years, the concept is really fucking amazing, and how they keep updating the games, and how the Master Chief Collection got like Series X and S updates. Like, dude, that's unreal. That is cool. And it's crazy. They haven't even done like a next gen patch for Red Dead 2. Nothing, man. And I would say, oh, they're probably going to re-release the game. Nope. They'll find some way to fuck it up. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Square Enix, Final Fantasy XIV, that's coming to Xbox. Finally, after 10 years. It took a really long time for that to get on the system. But it's happening in 2024. And I'm excited for Xbox owners, man. It's good. The more people that can play that game, the better. Dude, I think that if they were to... So when they put 14 on Xbox, I don't think that they could bundle the subscription to Game Pass, but I think if they give out some of the expansions for free on Game... Well, free. If they give those on Game Pass, like, for example, let's say Final Fantasy 14 comes in and you get... Okay, so I have not played 14 since I did Heaven's Word. I did that. Okay. I'm like one expansion behind the most recent expansion that was not the newest expansion that got announced. Shadowbringers, I did the one that's right before it. So imagine they give you in Game Pass everything free up into let's say they give the newest expansion away. Like if you get Game Pass, like I think that's pretty fucking sick. $5 for Don Otaku. Now let's talk about how Avowed is now ruined because they removed co-op, the only feature differentiating it from every other first-person RPG out there. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Obsidian came out and they talked about how in the early stages of Avowed, it was originally going to be envisioned as a fantasy RPG with co-op elements, but they took it out and they wanted to focus on their strengths, which most likely is the right call. Just knowing Obsidian and what they're really good at and what they excel at. But man, if the concept of a game like Avowed having co-op, ooh, that excited me, man. It's something I didn't know I needed. And it does lend a lot of credence to what Jez Corden talked about a while ago when he was talking about how Avowed might have co-op. This is way back when, so it lines up. Everything makes sense. I think that sucks, but at the same time, Obsidian... I'll say this, Obsidian knows how to make the dollar. They know how to stretch the dollar, right? If you look at how much money is given to Obsidian, and Sixers Octavian pointed this out on Twitter, Obsidian can give you diamonds for the price of copper. Like, Obsidian can give you so much bang for your buck. What they were able to pull off with New Vegas in such a short amount of time. They were fucked by Bethesda during that production. Don't get it twisted. But what they were able to pull off with that game, what they pulled off with all their passion projects, Outer Worlds, now they're doing a sequel, now they're doing Avowed, now there's so much shit that they got going on, and they somehow make all that shit work. Sure, some of them might have bugs, but for the most part, their games are quality. Now imagine them with a bigger budget. That is what I'm waiting for. Now that might be the Outer Worlds 2. The Outer Worlds 2 might be that game that puts them on that level. But if Avowed is that game where it's just like it's single player focused, we know exactly what we want to get out of this game. This is going to be the story, might be 30 hours long. Give me that shit, bro. I am down for that. I love Obsidian because I think that they scale great. I think that they're scaling up how you should scale. They don't just go from, okay, so this is our little pageant. Like, imagine if they went from something like Pentiment to Outer Worlds 2 and it's on the level of Starfield. Like, I'd be scared. I'd be very scared of that jump. Some people can do it, but for the most part, I'm like, work within your wheelhouse and continue to expand. And I think that's what they're doing. So yeah, it sucks that Avowed isn't going to have co-op. I think it would have been great. But at the same time, if Avowed is a great RPG experience, and then the next game they have might have co-op, by all means, man. Rhino says, I finished High on Life. I don't know what to say or how to feel about it. I dropped High on Life. I mean, there was nothing really terribly bad about the game. It just wasn't for me. I played like the first like 2 hours, 3 hours, and I was like, kind of wore off the feeling, you know? But yeah, Obsidian is awesome. I feel like Obsidian, by the end of the generation, is probably going to end up being Xbox's best studio, just in terms of a quality output and in terms of quantity as well, which is very rare. You know, like not every studio can be like an Insomniac, but then you have Obsidian, and they're doing that, and they're doing different things too. Let's see. 199 from Julian Phoenix. What should RD3 be about? Are you talking about Red Dead Redemption 3? Honestly, man, after the end of Red Dead 2, I don't know, man. Because I feel like, I mean, there's a lot you could do. Maybe you could do something with Sadie at some point. But at the same time, I feel we got to start doing things with different people. Like a bunch of different people. And maybe get out from the characters that we know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the more and more we try to do stories surrounding the characters that we know from Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, it kind of makes the world feel small. It's like the Star Wars effect, where everything has to tie back to those original 6 movies. Well, can we just do other shit with other people that don't matter? Like Andor, for example. Like, sure, you know the ending of Cassian Andor, but everything before that, we don't fucking know. And it's a lot of stuff that affects, sure, it affects the bigger world of Star Wars, but at the same time, it's its own unique thing. So I feel like Red Dead, maybe we need to get out from doing like stuff with these characters. Let's do something else with other people, possibly. But still, like if I had to pick, I just want a new IP. I want something different from Rockstar. Like we did Red Dead 1, we did Red Dead 2. In a perfect world, we'd have another IP, and then maybe we come back to Red Dead after a while. But it's just going to be GTA 6 all day, every day, and that's unfortunately what it looks like to be the only game they're going to release and talk about for the foreseeable future. And that kills me, you guys. That really does. Like, I think GTA 6, like, I hope it's a really good game. But that being the only game they put out and they're just doing all the contents for GTA 6, it's like you guys remember when Epic used to make games? You guys remember that? And sure, they didn't make like 40 million different games. They knew their wheelhouse. But they had different games. And then now it's just like, oh, well, here's Fortnite. No, we didn't talk about Turtles yet because I have not seen Turtles. I was going to see Turtles last Saturday, but I couldn't get off of work in time. Because every now and then at my job, I get cut. And sometimes if I get cut early enough, I can usually catch the last showing at the movie theater that's nearby. But I didn't get a chance to. So I was like, screw it. So if anything, I'll probably end up seeing Turtles. We'll see what the schedule looks like this weekend. But I do want to see it. I've heard really, really good things about it. Now is the time for them to do a Bully 2. Seriously, man. Like, screw what people think. Oh, the game's not going to be well received and blah, blah, blah. Fuck it. We need it now. For this TikTok generation and how wild these kids are, we got to bring back bullying. I support it, bro. We got to bring back bullying of the bad people. Not the bullying of the innocents. I'm talking about the bullying of the people that do stupid shit. Fuck them, bro. Fuck them. Hey, Neo, which games need an HD 2D remake? Ooh, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind something like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI getting an HD 2D remake. I go online and I see that a lot of people are kind of tired of the HD 2D remake trend because they say, oh, it lacks originality and you're like putting it in this generator or whatever and it doesn't have its own identity. But I think that the games look pretty good and they're a nice way for people who maybe aren't a fan of like the old school style. It gets like a nice little facelift. So I would love Chrono Trigger to get one. I would love Final Fantasy VI to get one. I mean, there's scores of RPGs that could get a great HD 2D remake. You know, I mean, not just talk about HD 2D, but I'd love for Xenogears to make a proper comeback. Shit, there's a ton of like old school JRPGs that could utilize a nice little facelift. You don't have to do a full-on remake, but something nice in between. Have you played Chained Echoes? I haven't. I've heard great things, but like I said, the way all my games are set up right now. Oh, Golden Sun would be phenomenal, dude. Oh my god. If Nintendo would just license that out to Square, that would be incredible. Like, dude, the thing about Nintendo is that they have Xenoblade and they have Fire Emblem. Look how big they've made those series within the context of their franchises. They could do the same for Golden Sun. Oh my god. They could do the exact same thing for Golden Sun and they just don't. Have you played Ratchet Deadlocked? Yeah, I played Ratchet Deadlocked back in the day. My homeboy Trent, he had a copy because I didn't own the game, but I always played it with him. It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, weren't they doing an HD remake of Dragon Quest 3? Xbox needs to bring back Lost Odyssey. They definitely do. But the problem is they don't have a studio that can work on that game unless they partner up with somebody in Japan. I think that'd be a cool idea. Lost Odyssey is such a good game. I need to go ahead and finish it on my account, man. I didn't finish it on the current Xbox account I have. I did it on my last one. I need to do that, bro. Dude, you know what the sad thing about that is, Chris? It's crazy because like Nintendo is the type of company to release like a terrible game in a franchise that's been dormant, and then they say that, well, it's because you guys didn't show up, that's why we're not doing more. Like Chibi Robo and what they did to Star Fox. Like, thank God Metroid was able to come back a little bit with Samus Returns, and then we got Metroid Dread, and now we're getting Prime Remastered. But man, it's not looking good for Star Fox, because in their mind, Nintendo can't have two competing series. Which is so weird to me because Star Fox and Mario Kart are completely different franchises. They play different. Are you going to pick up Armored Core 6? No, I am not. I am definitely not. Baldur's Gate is the only game I'm going to buy this month. And then next month, I'll be playing Starfield on Game Pass. And then in October, I'll be buying Spider-Man. I'm trying to limit it to just one game a month. Because everything else I know is going to go on sale real soon. Nintendo could do a lot with like a Star Fox multiplayer game. But in their mind, they have Splatoon. Why do you need another multiplayer game? It's just annoying. Dude, the amount of times that they have rebooted Star Fox 64, I am sick of it, Don. Oh, here's Star Fox again. $4.99 from John McKinney. Originally, Dr. Crabblesnitch was going to be the main antagonist of Bully. Then they decided to make Gary Smith the villain instead. You know, honestly, I feel like that was the better choice. I feel like that was the better choice in the end, you know? And it's always interesting when you read up about games and like how things were in development and how certain character types change. And then it's like, oh, wow, that would have been cool. And then something else is like, oh, wow, that definitely wouldn't have been. But yeah, no, Bully is great. If you guys have not played Bully, I mean, it's available on everything. You can get it on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Such a good game, man. No. There's nothing wrong with Splatoon. There's nothing wrong with Splatoon. Splatoon is amazing. But what I'm saying is that's Nintendo's go-to multiplayer type of game that isn't Mario Kart. And so for them, they're like, well, that's our multiplayer game. That niche has been filled. But I'm like, you could have different things. Star Fox multiplayer game where you can do stuff on the ground and in the air. You can do a lot of shit. Come on, Nintendo. Come on now. Like a great, legitimately good Star Fox game. But you know what? Speaking of which, did you guys hear? I don't know if you guys heard this before, but there are rumors percolating that there might be a brand new Call of Duty game coming out this year. I don't know how y'all sources are lining up, but like my sources are telling me that there might be a new Call of Duty game coming out this year. Possibly October, maybe November. And yeah, it might be a game, man. Nicki Minaj and Call of Duty, bro. Didn't they add, was it Levi in Attack on Titan from, did they put him in Call of Duty or was that the other game? I think that was in PUBG, was it? There was some game that they put Levi's ass in. I was like, what the fuck? They bring back Call of Duty? Nah, bro. A word? Yeah, they're going to skip over Modern Warfare 3 and 4. They're going to go straight to 5. Hey, listen, like I said, you didn't hear it from me, but you heard it from me. If it ends up being false, you didn't hear from me. But if it ends up being true, your boy Neo plastered everywhere. He was right. They announced Lizzo for Call of Duty? What the fuck? Yeah, you bullshitting. Well, I know they announced Nicki Minaj. But do they got Nicki Minaj's voice? Does she be saying shit like when you kill people? Damn. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you had like Danny DeVito Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and you put him as a skin and you had his voice and there was dialogue, I would buy that shit for $20, bro. I don't even care, man. I don't even care. I would love that shit. I would love it. I mean, they put Jujutsu Kaisen in Fortnite, bro. Can we get friggin' the cast of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yo, my boy on Twitter, he came up with a great idea. A 4v1, 1v4, asymmetrical multiplayer game. So think something like Dead by Daylight or Evolve, where you play as the cast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Where somebody is Frank and then you're going against the other four. How sick would that be, bro? Oh my God, that would be amazing. I need somebody to make a mod. I need somebody to make a mod. Why are we not funding this? Support your freaking mods. Lizzo finna pop out like Big Mom. Oh my God. Lizzo, you know what? Lizzo and Call of Duty, like when someone gets a Lizzo, I don't know how this shit works, but someone's gonna get Lizzo and they're gonna play the tank theme from Left 4 Dead, but it's gonna be like with an accordion instead. So you know how the tank theme Left 4 Dead is like dun, 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 like really imposing, but it's gonna be an accordion because it's Lizzo. $1.99 from Julian Phoenix. We need a Witcher style Game of Thrones game. That would be sick, man. I mean, the Witcher, the Game of Thrones IP, they be sleeping on making a proper game. I mean, there was the Telltale one, and there was some other bullshit ones they did. The Telltale one is a decent like narrative, but you know, a full on game based off of Game of Thrones, it'd be epic, man. But you need a quality studio to work on it. Favorite kind of wings? Ooh, I love me some hot teriyaki. I love garlic parm. A lemon pepper dry rub. Woo! Good shit. Nah, the Lizzo jokes are back because of what's happening with Lizzo right now. It's crazy. I never even made Lizzo jokes like that. Like this year's the only time I made the most amount of Lizzo jokes. And even then, it's only like 3. Neo, did you watch the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War dub or sub? So I watched the first part of the season dubbed. I watched the second part of the season subbed because, you know, the subbed episodes are out before the dub. And yeah, I've always just been accustomed to the Bleach dub because that's what I've watched the most of. And yeah, it's solid, man. Even though there are some voice changes because, you know, some actors are unfortunately no longer with us, or some actors have given up their roles for more appropriate casting, if you will. I think that the dub is cool. The dub is solid. I like it. He says, who the fuck is Lizzo? You don't want to know. So Lizzo, you might have seen Lizzo, Biff. You might have seen her online. Maybe because of the controversy and everything. I'm not sure if that made it to your circles, but yeah, I don't want to get into it. It's crazy though. It's crazy stuff. We don't want any games that play like The Witcher trash. Nah, could you imagine if The Witcher played like Jedi Survivor? Like that type of gameplay? That type of combat? That should be sick. Neo, if Starfield flops, is it the end of Xbox or can Hellblade or Valve fix it? If Starfield flops, I honestly don't think there is any saving the Xbox brand. Or I should say the excitement that people have, the blind excitement, the power your dreams excitement for the past 3 years is going to be gone. It is. There's not going to be any more enthusiasm in the brand because Halo Infinite was the first jab, and you're starting to see people who were staunch defenders of that are saying like, you know what? It wasn't as great as it could have been. You're seeing that now. And if Starfield flops, I think people are just like, you know what? I'm done. I don't think you're going to be seeing people sell their Xboxes, but you might be seeing some folk cancel them Game Pass subscriptions because they're just like, why am I paying this subscription if you ain't giving me these banger ass games? You know, I'm tired of Forza because Forza is great, but it's like, can we get more than that out of Xbox Game Studios? And if Starfield doesn't deliver, which it needs to deliver, I'm sorry, but all the expectations that are set upon Starfield, it's not warranted, but at the same time, this is the game. You know, it's the same thing that happened with Redfall. These are the games that you're putting out and you're touting on the service. Starfield needs to be an 11 out of 10 game. It has to be. I'm sorry. Like, it can't come out and be half-baked. And I don't think it's going to be half-baked. I'm very excited about Starfield. I think Starfield's going to be amazing. But if Starfield don't have the impact, especially after 5.5 years of hype building, I don't think people are gonna get excited from all the other games that Xbox has coming out. Like, what's the next game people are gonna hype up? Hellblade, you know, Hellblade. I'm sorry, Hellblade doesn't have the same mass appeal as Starfield. Sure, it'll be a great game. It's in its own right, but it's like that's like expecting, like, to give a PlayStation example. That's like expecting a game on the level of Ratchet and Clank to have the same impact as Uncharted. No. Like, Ratchet and Clank might sell, if it's lucky, a couple million units lifetime, but it's not going to be doing gangbusters for the brand like an Uncharted or a God of War. That's the thing with Hellblade. Hellblade will be a great experience. People will love it, but it's no Starfield, nor should it be compared to. But that's the problem. If the juggernauts with Xbox do not deliver, it's fucked. The brand is fucked. I'm sorry. Halo is dead. They killed it. It's dead. And now it has to reboot again. Gears of War, hopefully it comes out in the next couple of years. But again, are we going to get stuck in the same cycle of Halo, Gears, and Forza? Like, no, you know? So, it's just, Starfield has to be amazing. I don't think it's going to flop, so don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But people are tired of waiting with Xbox. People are sick and tired of waiting for E3, waiting for this, wait for the Xbox One X, wait for the Series console, wait till 2021 for Halo, wait for 2023 with Redfall, wait for Starfield. Like, people just want to have a string of quality releases, and Xbox has not had a string of quality releases since 2021. It just is what it is, you know? And even then, that was stuff that was like pre their acquisition of it, you know? Like, Psychonauts 2 was always going to come out. Would it have been as good of a game in terms of polish if Xbox didn't give them the extra money? Probably not, but it was still coming out, you know, because it was Kickstarter. It was funded. So, yeah, I don't know. With the Activision deal, like, I don't know. Unless we start seeing all the other Activision studios work on different IP and we get different franchises, I don't see anything really changing like that. Like, the Activision acquisition is exciting for me if those studios get to work on different titles. But if they're still going to be doing Call of Duty and Call of Duty is going to stay annualized, I'm done, man. Because then what's the point? Oh, it's on Game Pass. All right. So? What does that do to someone who doesn't care about Game Pass and someone who buys games? Or somebody who skips Call of Duty? If it's on Game Pass, it's like, no, can we get different stuff? If we can get different stuff, like Beanox can go back and work on something else, I'm game. If one of these studios can work on Transformers, I'm game. But yeah, I don't think Starfield's going to flop. I just, with how much that game has been delayed, and they specifically said for quality purposes, no. Anybody, it would have to take a miracle for Starfield to flop. And if it does, I will just come back on camera and I will just, like, my jaw will drop like a clickbait YouTuber thumbnail. $4.99 from Long Live Kevin Samuels. Hey, did you see that Nintendo had patented Tears of Kingdom mechanics? I'm sick of this shit. I did see that, but I didn't read too much into it. So wait, did they patent like the fusion mechanics or the stasis things, stuff like that? If that's the case, I mean, that's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, let's be real. No one does it better than Nintendo in that respect. But that's kind of like what WB, what that studio, Monolith, I think that's what their name is. Not Monolith from Xenoblade, but the other one, who does Shadow of the Lord of the Rings games. You know, the Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor. They patented the Nemesis system, so only they can do something like that. So for Nintendo to do something like that with Tears of the Kingdom, I'm like, I mean, but have any games really tried to copy Breath of the Wild's effects in that respect? Like the way it does certain things, like stasis, fusion, stuff like that. Have they copied it? I know a lot of people copy the aesthetic of Breath of the Wild, and they copy the minimalism, and they copy certain things like that. I mean, there was that Immortal Phoenix Rising game that was like more or less a Breath of the Wild clone. I mean, it had its differences, but you know, things like that. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But I think, you know, if anything, what that leads me to believe is that we are not gonna see the end of this style of Zelda gameplay. Which I gotta wonder, you guys. I'm curious. Hey, Marcus, what's up, bro? I'm curious. You know, it's been a couple months since Tears of the Kingdom. I know some of us have beaten it. Some of us are still playing it. Some of us took a break. I'm curious. Because, you know, the next Zelda game is probably not going to be out for the next mainline Zelda for another, like, 4 to 5 years. Going to be on the new system, of course. What do you guys think they're going to do with this one? Do you think that people are going to be on board for this style of Zelda a third time? Or do you think they have to do something drastically different? Like me, myself, and I think that they're going to do something very similar to what it's been done before, but they're going to completely switch up the map. It's going to do something different because Tears of the Kingdom, even though, yeah, it reuses the map, but it's just so fucking completely different than all the other... Like, listen, I love God of War Ragnarok. I do. Don't get it twisted. But that is very much so the DNA of God of War. Tears of the Kingdom, yes, is the DNA of Breath of the Wild, but look at how much extra shit they put in this fucking game. Land, sea, like not land, sea, but you know, land, the depths, like everything you get, all the different crazy mechanics in there. Now you're telling me they're going to be on new hardware and they're going to be able to do different shit? Like, it's going to go fucking insane, bro. So I think it's going to do something different. And I think now, but at the same time, on the opposite end, I think maybe they might have boxed themselves into a corner where there's an entire generation of people who this is the only Zelda game that they know. Believe it or not, the Zelda series didn't really sell crazy like that for Nintendo. It sold decently, but Skyward Sword got outsold by Uncharted 3. And Uncharted 3 was on the PS3 with a smaller install base. And Uncharted at that point was only 4 years old versus Zelda, which was 25. So there's an entire generation of people who this is the only Zelda game that they know. I'd be really interested to see if maybe they put out a traditional Zelda game in between to see what the reaction would be. We'd show up and support it day one. Traditional dungeons in Zelda, fuck yeah. But a lot of people would be like, no. But at the same time, I say that a lot, I know. I think there's room for two different styles of Zelda. Just like Nintendo gave us Metroid Dread, and they're also working on Metroid Prime. Like, can we do that for Zelda? You can have your big Zelda... I don't know what we're calling them at this point. You know, like, I guess we can't even just say they're 3D Zeldas. Because with Metroid, it's like 2D Metroid, and then there's 3D Metroid. But with Zelda, it's like classic Zelda, and then there's new Zelda. I think we can have both. Maybe have a smaller team craft this kind of Zelda game. A Zelda game that's just like more akin to the classic ones. Not old classic Zelda game on the Super Nintendo, but classic Zelda game as we know from like the N64 to the Wii. I think there's room for both of them. Maybe a Zelda game that's got a greater emphasis on the story and storytelling and narrative versus like you piecing together the story like you did in like Breath of the Wild. We can do shit like that, man. We can do shit. Okay, so open world Zelda versus traditional linear Zelda. I think that's what we'll be calling it. Yeah, that's the thing, Arsene. The last thing I want is people to be burnt out on it, which I'm glad that this game came out when it did for the Switch and not on the new system, because now they can take the next couple years to work on the new system and give us something different. If they give us the same fucking map again, I think people would just be like, fuck this shit, bro. You only get 10 million copies instead of 18. But man, if we get a Zelda game that's got a better story, it's more linear, and they craft the dungeons, and the dungeons are really good. Like, I live for that shit, bro. Like, this is how bad it is. I was this close to subscribing to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack just to play Ocarina on my Switch. I could play that shit on any fucking emulator. I can play it on my Steam Deck. I can play it on my Xbox. But I want to play it on the Switch. But yeah, man. What do you guys think? I think we could definitely do something different. Yeah, Yakuza is the king of reusing content, bro. Them motherfuckers, they found something that worked in 2005 and they just never let that shit go, bro. Never. But shout out to them, y'all. Shout out to the Yakuza team. That's not a bad idea, Don Otaku, if they had Grezzo. I just wish that Grezzo got a little bit more of quality control with their remakes and remasters. Because I wasn't really too big a fan of what they did with the Majora's Mask one. I mean, it was still solid, but I was like, eh. But yeah, man, I want more classic. I want more linear Zelda. And then you can have the big... You can make the big open world Zelda games, and then you can have like the linear Zeldas come out like every 3 years or some shit. Or you can just give me Wind Waker HD and I'll shut up. I will shut up for a while. Man, that's all I really want. It's just everything is a front for me to get more Wind Waker. That's exactly what it is. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. You know, it would not be a Neo stream unless he had a giant friggin' bottle of seltzer water. Today, we are not sponsored by Canada Dry Lemon Lime Seltzer Water. This is so weird. I just got because you know, like Windows, they gave you like these little news prompts that show up, like top stories today. And one of them is coming from Fox News, and it says, Biden surrenders America for the 6th time. And it's just like Biden going like this. Oh God. I thought the gaming community was wild with their headlines. Let me just go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Homie got the mail withdrawal. Jason, when I see you next time, I'm gonna fight you, bro. No, I ain't getting no mail withdrawal. I had all my mail for the week today. Y'all are so rude to me. But yeah, we gonna wrap up the stream in the next minute, you guys. So we're gonna do rapid fire questions for the next 3 minutes. So get all your questions in, and I'll answer them if they are cool enough. And then after this, we got some Jedi Survivor to play. Hey, what's up, King Tai Chi? Hey, Neo, do you see yourself playing more older games than the recent ones, like early to mid 2000s and 2010 games? So here's the thing. Every now and then, so here's the thing. It depends. It definitely depends on the type of games that have been coming out and the genres in particular. So if there's a genre that I feel has not been serviced enough in recent years, then of course I'll go back and play it. Like, for example, games like Ace Attorney don't come out every single day. So when we didn't get a new Ace Attorney, this is before the Great Ace Attorney came out. I went back and I bought the trilogy and I played all those old school games. But for the most part, I can always find a new game that interests me and something I find fun. And then every now and then I branch out and I try something different that I normally wouldn't. Like, let's say a Baldur's Gate 3 where I just jump in blind. So honestly, it depends. But I have been nostalgic here recently for the 7th generation of consoles. And I've been thinking about going back and buying a new-ish 360 and a new-ish PS3 just to relive a lot of the games that aren't backwards compatible. So honestly, it depends. And game preservation is also a problem with the early 2000s games, because if you don't have those games, tracking them down could be a problem. You could mess with emulation, but at the same time, you know, I'm a physical media kind of guy, so I like the idea of just getting something off the shelf, putting it in the console and playing it. For the old school games, newer stuff now, it just feels like if you play on something that's not a Switch, it's always a hassle waiting to install stuff. But man, y'all are over here slandering me. My gosh. But yeah, I'd say to wrap it up, Taichi, it just depends on the genre, you know. Did I hear the Eminem diss? No, I did not. Oh, but you know Eminem, he gonna go crazy. Tortellini or ravioli? I love ravioli. Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 4. But if it's Resident Evil 2 versus Resident Evil 4, I'll pick Resident Evil 2. Do you think we're going to get Tenkaichi news at Gamescom or TGS? I feel like there's a strong chance we might see it at TGS, considering, according to Sunny Straight, I think he said they started recording for it, which leads me to believe that if they start recording for it now, that's probably like a year or so out. So probably if we're lucky, we might see the end of next year or early 2025 if they want to polish it. But that's crazy to think about. We could possibly see Tenkaichi 4 in like the next 18 months. That's just me speculating. Yeah, the Scott Pilgrim game. I actually got the special edition of the Scott Pilgrim game. You probably can't see it. Okay, so if there's the Kingdom Hearts poster, the box that's right here, that's the limited run Scott Pilgrim special edition they did. Yeah, that is the one. I thought it was another one, but the one I was looking at over here was the Ori duology that I spent a lot of money on, but it's appreciated in price, so it's awesome. Let's see. Okay. All right, so it is officially past 10 o'clock, you guys, which means that we have been streaming for about 2 hours now. Again, it goes by pretty friggin' quick. Again, I cannot speak, because once I hit that 2 hour mark, if I'm not on caffeine or if I'm drinking something, it's just like goes out the window, y'all. But I want to thank y'all for coming through to another fantastic Ask Neo episode. It was dope as per usual. It always is. All these streams are great. Just being in y'all's company, chopping it up with y'all, crazy fucking antics that ensue. You guys know the deal. Before we go though, we have two things in particular that we have to take care of. So first things first, we got to have ourselves a hydration check. So let's just get that over and done with now, so y'all don't go over here and complain. Look, David Biglad, I ain't seen you in the chat all night, bro. And then of course he shows up with the hydration check. I love that shit. He's just like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for my comment. I'm waiting for it. And boom, there you fucking go. So shout out to David Biglad. Grab your favorite H2O beverage of choice, and on the count of 3, we're gonna have ourselves a hydration check, ladies and gentlemen. So 1, 2, 3, hydration. As it's cold seltzer, so I'm taking my time with this TV static. I want to get a brain freeze, man. But there we go. We are now hydrated, more so than usual. But to be fair, I did drink all of my greens juice, so that was like 17 ounces of water right there. Yeah, okay. And also, before we go, normally I do reserve the birthday shout-outs for when the birthdays actually happen on the day or when somebody tells me, but everybody in the chat, wish the homie JFam388 a happy birthday, because it's going to be his birthday this Sunday, if I remember correctly. If today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, so it's going to be this Sunday. So happy birthday to the homie Jason. Wish you many more, my brother. And we're going to be kicking it here real soon in the next month or so. You know how it is with adult schedules and shit like that. It's like, yeah, we should totally hang out. Yeah, let's do it. Pence you in for 3 months from now. Sounds like a fucking plan. That's how it is with adults. And, oh God, here comes this dude, Black Bond. Oh God, that fucking guy. Perfect timing, because we're about to end the stream anyways. But, yeah, you guys, yo, shout out to everybody who came through. Appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit the like button on your way out. Helps the channel tremendously. And yeah, man, from me to you for now, my name is NGS signing out. And like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.